Hi, I am Zachary Storch, and I am on Season 2 of King of the Nerds.
And I am Shay, and thank you for joining me for this interview.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's great to be here.
All right, so first question is your favorite video game and your favorite gaming system.
Ooh. Favorite video game is The World Ends With You. That's on the DS then. The gameplay is just phenomenal for the DS, and the storyline and the music and all of that. It was a great game. It really, I'm still playing it now, and it's been out for ages. Favorite game system is probably the N64, but that might just be because I love the controller so much. It's one of those things, you know. The N64 controller is like flawless in my opinion.
Yes.
So yeah.
I agree. That's my favorite as well.
It's just you can hold it in so many interesting ways. I like it.
Yeah. My friend Zach, he was on the Hangout that you've done with us. You know who he is. Other Zach, Canadian Zach. He wants to know if you have been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and if so, what your favorite character from it is so far.
I haven't been. I've been meaning to watch it because it looks amazing, but like limited time to do all the things I'm extremely interested in.
Right.
Yeah, things have been so crazy, especially recently, of course.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to catch back up on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to a convention?
I have nothing major. We actually have something really cool coming up. I'm in my campus's Pokemon Club, and we're actually going to be hosting a con right on campus at the University of Minnesota, and that's going to be really exciting. We're trying to see how many people can get in. We're kind of have at least a couple of YouTubers we're going to be flying in and that kind of thing.
Cool.
So I'm extremely interested in that because Pokemon is something that's like very, very core to me as a gamer too. So
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get Jay-Witz.
Oh yeah. It was that was fun. It was a good battle. We did good together. It was fun.
So, which is your favorite? I don't know if this will apply very well. What was your favorite convention that you've been to? Or anything like a convention in general.
I think now. I don't know, because I'm trying to think now because I've only been to a couple very small things. No, actually, it is funny though because one of the things I was always saying is that King of the Nerds itself felt like this con atmosphere, kind of like 24/7, and a lot of people were saying that too. I think MK also mentioned that because she does a ton of cons because she's does her cosplay and stuff. So yeah, it was like this amazing nerd camp, except you also vote people off. It's kind of weird.
Nerd Camp Survivor.
Nerd Camp Survivor Edition.
All right. How long have you played World of Warcraft? I know I already asked you this, but some people wouldn't know.
Yeah, I've been playing World of Warcraft since I guess about 3/4 of the way through vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined, before Burning Crusade. I've been playing since then. My definite high peak in my kind of resume for the game was in Cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
Now in Warlords of Draenor, I had to step back a little bit and do other things that I'm passionate about in my life too. I'm hoping in in Mystic Pandaria, I had to step back. I'm hoping in Warlords of Draenor now that I'll be able to get back into things more.
Right.
Time might line up better. They also have more systems going on that are going to be easier to be able to, make raids work.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most with the new expansion?
I like that Blizzard is making their version of the OQ thing, which is essentially what they're doing. They have this cross-realm thing, so it's going to make raiding significantly more accessible to a huge number of players. Obviously, we had the LFR feature come along, and while people have their misgivings about it, it completely changed World of Warcraft as a whole. And I think that by having this feature, it's going to bring back a lot of subscribers, and that's something I'm obviously very happy about because World of Warcraft, I love World of Warcraft. I'd like to see it keep going forever. I'm also really excited about garrisons because garrisons just seem like really, really cool. I mean, like other video games are like, yeah, we have player houses. They're on their own map. You can't actually find them. They don't really exist. And then World of Warcraft is like, no, you get a freaking like castle and your own town, and it's your fortress to fight against the Iron Horde, and it's right on the world map. You can see it from a mile away, and this is very, very exciting.
I think that's my favorite thing too.
Yeah.
What do you consider your biggest accomplishment in life so far?
In life so far? Wow. Wow, that's like a big, deep existential question
I'm
that got me
sorry.
into chaos there. I don't know. I mean, King of the Nerds is a really, really big deal. That's certainly a thing that now I have the most publicity coming off of. It was really, really hard just getting onto King of the Nerds. It's like ridiculously hard. I mean, thousands of people have auditioned, and it's a crazy process. But I'm also I've written a few novels. I'm hoping to get those out soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think probably a combination of those two things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another probably difficult maybe question. You're a writer, and I would think most writers would have like one book that really hits them, and you're like, oh, you know what? Now I want to be a writer.
Yeah.
Did you have that?
I did. I definitely did. It was in high school, and I took a science fiction fantasy class because there were awesome teachers in my high school. This is the same teacher who wanted to actually go off and be the sci-fi fantasy club leader for the school. She was a major nerd. I think her name is Miss Toll. I think that was it. But awesome person. And she introduced me to A Wizard of Earthsea, which is by Ursula K. Le Guin. In many ways, it's sort of like the proto-Harry Potter. It's arguably had as large of an impact on the genre of fantasy as Tolkien, but less people know about it.
Right.
And Wizard of Earthsea, it's just kind of like this coming-of-age story at a time when I really needed one, too. And it just kind of showed me, like, wow, you can do a lot with fantasy. It cannot just be something that's, like, for fun, too, but it can actually, like, change people's lives when you're writing for a young adult. And I thought that was so cool and so interesting. So I was like, I want to try to do this, too. And I immediately started working on things. Already ideas I was toying with before then, but started working on things much more seriously after reading that book.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years? In 10 years, I see myself at the top of the New York Times bestsellers list, and I will be like on like Jay Leno and all of those things. That'd be good. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't dream really, really big, then you're not ever going to get anywhere.
Right.
You'll be able to settle for smaller.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
So what is the biggest dream or goal that you would like to complete?
Well, what would probably bring me the most fulfillment in life is if I could live off of my novels just completely. That would be amazing. It's my passion, it's my love, it's my hobby, it's everything. And if I could actually just do that and not have to do anything else except what I enjoy, that would be really cool.
Right.
Yeah. And so that would be a major dream. But with King of the Nerds and stuff, it really has made me realize that it's cool being out there. It's scary, but it's cool being out there and being a public figure like that, and I'm enjoying it. So I definitely like more of that in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of being a nerd or in the nerd community?
I think, well, I'm going to interpret that a little differently. To me, what is so important about being a nerd is that nerds are really special people. We're people who are innovative, and we're thinking all the time about new ways you can do things. And sometimes even we're told we're crazy for those new ways you can do things. Look at all the inventors throughout history. There were nerds who had these ideas, and most of them got laughed at.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not even just in engineering too. It's everywhere. It's if you're in the arts and everything. I mean, it doesn't matter what you are. And I guess what I like about the title of nerd, as well as that drive, which I really think defines a nerd, is that passion and that drive, is that it does have a certain aspect of inclusiveness. It's not like the title of a hipster where it's like, oh, you have to like this, and this, or whatever the new trend is right then.
Right.
It's just about like, okay, you want to be a nerd. Okay, now you're a nerd, and that's it.
Yeah.
The reason I really like Nerdfighteria, which is this big kind of global nerd community and culture under the Vlogbrothers and Don't Forget to Be Awesome, all of that wonderful stuff. And some of the reasons I like that because it's just kind of a status you can kind of, you know, take on yourself, do your best to be as good as a person you can be. And so I really like being a nerd because I think it represents a lot of really cool things.
Cool. All right, so for the King of the Nerds questions, what was your favorite moment on the show?
Well,
or has it not come up yet?
The show actually hasn't happened yet. It will be happening tonight.
Oh.
I guess I'm allowed to say this now at least, but obviously George Takei is a guest star in tonight's episode. Meeting him was like that was amazing because he is a guy who is every bit as awesome as you'd hope he is. He really just is. He's as cool as you would possibly hope him to be. And getting to talk to him just a little bit, you know, and he's such a cool guy. And it was that was probably my favorite moment. There's another favorite moment that hopefully you'll see tonight. But it was definitely couple big moments in this one.
Oh.
It was also I think the other biggest moment, even though at the same time when it happened it felt terrible. But when I won that third Nerd Off, that was really cool for me because something I really wanted to do hopefully was try to win 3 of those. We'll see if I win more, but I wanted to get those 3. And that made me very, very happy. Unfortunately, it was at the cost of Nicole, so that really sucked. But
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything you wish you had said but you didn't say on the show that you can say now or would like to say now?
Not sure. I think one of the things that was a realization of sorts that I had afterwards was that in many ways, I felt this was compared to a sort of World Ends With You experience, actually, which was weird. So in The World Ends With You, Neku is this very introverted young man, and he kind of is thrown into this world where he needs to, you know, make friends and work together with other people and do his best to survive in the Reaper's game, in you know, most basic form. And in a lot of ways, I felt like that in a lot because I am an introverted person. It's hard for me sometimes. And, you know, coming out of it, something really interesting that I've found now is I am a bit more extroverted now. And it's cool. And I think maybe that's something that I didn't ever have a chance to say. And, yeah, I like that because it was a realization I had afterwards. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd take from the house if you could?
Well, it would definitely be both of those Frostborns, which, yeah. They definitely did tell us, no, you can't take things. And Frostborn probably wouldn't have fit in my bags anyway. I do actually, I mean, I have a Frostmourne now. I did get a Frostmourne, but I would have taken both of these. These made me so happy. Yeah.
All right. What was your overall experience looking back, and would you do it again if you had to?
My overall experience looking back was completely, unmitigatedly epic, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. I think everyone had their ups and downs in their experience, but overall I have absolutely no regrets, and the entire thing was like so cool, and I'm so excited because it's not even over yet. We have this one tonight, and there is so much to like see, and I'm so excited that now other people will get to see the amazing experience that I had. And that's the wonderful thing about doing reality TV, I'm realizing too, is that you go off, you have your ridiculous, essentially like crazy nerd vacation, and then you get to share it with the entire world, and it's so cool. So I'm really excited for all the rest of the stuff that's going to be coming on. So.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last question.
Okay.
What was the best thing to come from the show?
Ooh, best thing to come from the show.
From being on it.
Well, definitely, again, when being on the show, the coolest things was getting to meet all these amazing people that like I've always wanted to meet, like Mayim Bialik and Bill Nye and you know, George Takei. And that was freaking amazing. I can say I've met these people now. That's really cool. And I've been enjoying seeing people's varying opinions on me too. I guess the social scientist in me just thrives on that kind of stuff. It's cool. It's interesting. But I think another really, really, really cool thing that happened on the show, because I have a friend over in one of the video game companies I care the most about, Artix Entertainment, and I got to be a character in their game as a little promotion, like for King of the Nerds too.
Oh wow!
Is a total dream come true of mine, because I've been playing those games now for like 10 years or something, and I always wanted to like do something more with them, and it's so cool. So a lot of amazing things have come from the show, and it was a really amazing experience. And again, I'm so excited that people get to see it and watch it, because it is awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much for answering all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll see you on a hangout again in a couple weeks sometime.
Yeah, I think you will. It's
Okay.
good talking to you.
All right. Well, have a great weekend.
Yeah, you have a great weekend too.
Bye.
Bye.